People are going mental over this new Vivi Ornitier card, and honestly, I think it's justified. There are a lot of combos you can make with the spell-slinging commander, making him very versatile as a value play or as a game-ending combo machine. This 3-mana 0/4 wizard reads, 0. Add X mana in any combination of blue and or red, where X is Vivi Ornitier's power. Activate only during your turn and only once per turn. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, put a +1/+1 counter on Vivi, and it deals 1 damage to each opponent. Those two distinct abilities give us options, the best thing in the world. Do we focus on driving Vivi's power up as high as possible to make more and more mana, or do we cast as many spells as possible to ping down opponents? The answer is yes, to both. Since one strategy feeds into the other, we can have both worlds collide and end the game fast. Just slapping a Curiosity or an Ophidian Eye or pairing with a Tandem Lookout makes Vivi his own value engine, drawing you 3 cards on every spell cast while creeping your power and making more mana to cast more spells. That's nothing new though. This ping on spellcast exists on dozens of creatures like Firebrand Archer, Electrostatic Field, Kessig Flamebreather, and Coruscation Mage, Gutter Snipe, or Exalted Flamer of Tzeentch. The redundancy for this little value engine is remarkable, and even if you cast 1 to 2 spells with this synergy enabled, you can fuel the entire rest of your game plan on its own. Because card draw wins games, remember what I said about options, the best thing in the world. And drawing enough cards leads to drawing the right cards and having the right options. Casting a lot of spells is a perfectly viable way to win, through pinging the table with a Fiery Inscription or pumping your team with a Balmor Battle Mage Captain. Casting as many spells as possible has overlapping benefit in this brew, which is one of the reasons you want to keep your mana requirements low. If the majority of your spells cost just 1 or 2 mana like Preordain, Brainstorm, or Consider, then you can reliably trigger all of these creatures and reliably damage the table. But getting some spells down to just 1 mana is a win too, so discounters like Stormcatch Mentor, Goblin Electromancer, and Baral Chief of Compliance helps too. That way you can make a spell like Frantic Search cost just 1 mana, untapping 3 lands and now becoming a card-drawing ritual with overlapping synergies. Wow! Vadrik Astral Archmage works here too, so does Stormkiln Artist, both ways to reduce your spells to a single mana and start rapid-fire casting while whittling down your opponent's life totals. We can make this twice as effective as well, since Harmonic Prodigy, Veyran, and Roaming Throne all double up on many of our triggers too, even our commanders. Meaning we can cast 1 spell, deal 2 damage and get 2 counters, upping the mana Vivi can generate very quickly. This, however, is not infinite, and as easy as I make it sound, is actually the hard way to win. For the easy way, it's time to bring out the chalkboard! Immediately looking at Vivi, a lot of folks ask how the mana ability can be broken. It's only active on your turn and only once per turn. That stinks. Okay, but what if it weren't Vivi's ability? What if it were on a Quicksilver Elemental? See, Quicksilver Elemental copies another creature's activated ability until end of turn and has innately 3 power. So you can pay 1 mana to give it Vivi's ability and activate that to make 3 mana. That's stonks. And thanks to the rules clarification in Gatherer, if you make 2 copies of an ability that can be activated once a turn, you can activate each of them once per turn. This means that we can pay a blue mana to activate the elemental, give it Vivi's ability, use that ability to make 3 blue mana, then use one of those blue mana to activate the elemental's ability again, giving it Vivi's ability again, activating the ability again to make 3 more blue mana, and voila! This is a 1.5 card infinite mana combo. Once you've made like a billion blue mana, just start making red mana with the ability. Or use the ability to make 1 red mana and 2 blue mana in every activation, so you've got infinite mana in both of your colors. Sink that mana into a Fireball, or a Crackling Power, or a Jaya's Immolating Inferno, and you're easily taking the win home. But that's not all. Thanks to Marvin Murderous Mimic, someone else can also have Vivi's ability for no mana cost at all. And since Marvin has 2 power innately, that's instantly 2 extra mana without summoning sickness that you can take advantage of. How do we reset it? How about a Displacer Kitten that allows us to blink Marvin on every spell cast, making 2 more mana each time? If we have something in play that draws cards on Spellcast like an Archmage Emeritus or an Archmage of Runes or a Curiosity on Vivi, then we're on our way to chaining through our entire library, pinging down our opponents with Vivi along the way. That is, as long as our spells cast 2 mana or less and we keep drawing into them. But we don't have to draw into them if they have buyback. Seething Anger and Haze of Rage are both power pumping spells that have buyback, and if we can pay that buyback, we just keep casting those single spells targeting Vivi, making his power ludicrously large, and once we have a mana outlet in hand, we activate Vivi and cast a massive damage spell to take out everyone who dares oppose us. We just need to get those buyback costs down to just 2 mana with our cost reducing cards. It is incredibly easy to go infinite with this Black Mage, and having a pinging legend in the command zone is a win con on its own. So much so, in fact, that there is absolutely a CEDH version of this deck, relying on free counter magic, consistent draw effects, and instant enablers. The biggest thing holding it back from immediately being a favorite in the format is that it cannot win on the stack over a Thoracle combo. But smarter brewers than me will try, I'm sure. This deck, though, is easily a bracket 4 with no game changers thanks to the 2-card infinite combo within, and can easily be versatile enough to play a value game at lower brackets too. If I were to add in game changers and up the power further, then Rhystic Study, Deflecting Swat, and Fierce Guardianship would be my top 3 picks. But Force of Will and Mystical Tutor and Chrome Mox would be great adds as well. The CEDH version of this deck would also want Mox Diamond, Mana Vault, and Underworld Breach, so that you can pull off the Underworld Breach Brain Freeze combo to win either by milling your opponents or with a Thassa's Oracle of your own. If you're going to build this deck, let me know what you'd add or change and how you would pilot it too. Be sure to let me know what other Final Fantasy Legends you'd like to see me brew on the channel soon as well. Go check out my full deck list now, linked in the description, at my sponsor MOXFIELD. MOXFIELD is the best deck building platform in the world and makes it easy to build decks to specific brackets thanks to their built-in automated bracket detection tools. Never misjudge your decks again, and be sure to follow my profile to never miss any of my brews. If you want to pick up any of the cards for this list, be sure to go to Card Trader. Use my promo code MECHANIC now for 5% off your orders from any TCG. Card Trader's zero system means you can get cards from all over the world with only 1 shipping fee. Save money and time today. And if you want to sell off your cards, whether they be unused or just duplicates, go to Card Conduit. If you're selling out of anything from Pokemon to Star Wars to Magic, get premium rates for your cards. Ship them unsorted today and get a check in the mail. If you were inspired to brew, you have to hit that subscribe button. Be a gem and check out some of the other videos on the channel right now too. And as always, good luck and have fun!